Benders post game on the Inside the Rink YouTube channel with Maddie, Smitty, producer Connor. Go to InsideTheRink.com for Bruins articles and content, some new Benders merch in there. A reminder, these post games always show up the next day on all platforms, including Apple and Spotify. Hit subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Benders banter, 3 up, 3 down. No thumbs up for the Bruins tonight. Tell us your sips. Bruins lose this one 4-3 in overtime to a team who had won 5 games total at home all year long. They do get the loser point. This is only their 3rd loser point of the year, but they get it tonight. But they should have had this one 100 times over.
Yeah, they pissed this one away. I mean, pissed it away.
Yeah,
had a 3-2 lead going into the third, and you lose to a team that sucks. Like. This is what we talk about with this team. Like, sometimes they look like world beaters and you're like, wow, great. Yep. Here they come. You know, maybe they can make the playoffs. And then they lose a game like this that they have no fucking earthly business losing. No. And I'm too tired to get upset about this game and aggravated about this game. But I am. I'm pissed about it. Yeah. Because they fucking blew it. And if you want them to make the playoffs, I mean, I know that's probably not the best thing in the long-term interests of the team. But when you're watching the games, you want them to fucking win, and then they lose a game like this. I'm fucking Christ. What are they doing? What are they doing? They have so many chances in overtime. Steves has a breakaway in the 3rd period or 2nd period. They have a 2-on-1. They miss the net. Geekie has a partial breakaway. He misses a fucking net. Like, at least make the guy make a goddamn save.
Yep. Yep. In overtime. Who was it in overtime? Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm, nice pass across 2-on-1, fires it wide.
Yeah,
then
another one fires it wide. Yeah,
it's like Hampus Lindholm was not good tonight, especially in the beginning of the game. He was not good. He fanned on a puck, and then that caused him to be in the zone 45 seconds.
Yeah,
until they finally had to ice it. There was another play later on where they scored a goal with Hampus out there. Poor coverage, pucks in the net.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a great night for him at all, I didn't think.
No.
You know, the top line was great, I thought. For the most part, they were great. But they didn't get really anything else from anybody else. Like, anytime there was any type of pressure or anything going, it was typically the top line. And we're getting into that thing again. Pastrnak I thought was great. He had his 900th point.
Yeah.
3 assists. He set up Geekie in a couple of unbelievable backhand passes. You know, and Lindholm set him up as well. I mean, as we said before about Elias Lindholm, when he's played with really high-end talent, he's been an 80-point guy or close to it. He's playing with Pastrnak now. He's at 37 points. I mean, there's an outside chance he gets to 50, 55 points with these guys. So now, I mean, are we to think that maybe after getting some chemistry with Pastrnak and Geekie that it's possible that next season he could be more of a 60, 65-point guy?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Sorry.
Still, I mean, even after tonight, what does he have? 5-on-5 goals?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's great. I'm happy that he's having kind of a sneaky good year. And you know why it's sneaky? Because all of it's on the motherfucking power play. That's why it's sneaky.
Sneaky. Yeah.
Because you still lose him for long stretches 5-on-5. Like tonight he showed up because he had a couple of goals 5-on-5. And great. I hope he does more of that. If he does more of that, maybe I'll change my mind. But until he does more of that, he's not going to be an 80-point guy because you can't score 65 points on the power play.
No,
it's just impossible. So he has to do more 5-on-5, and until he does that, I'm not sold on him being a 60, 70-point guy. I'm not.
No, and it has to be again. Pastrnak has made Morgan Geekie into an elite, at least statistically, an elite goal scorer. He's making Elias Lindholm, the corpse of Elias Lindholm, actually make him look like he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
So Pastrnak again is becoming like. There was a couple of those passes were like Gretzky-like from the blue line, backhand pass to a guy standing by himself at the bottom of the left wing circle for a one-timer. That thing was a dime.
It was
half. Yeah. He's a phenomenal passer. He's really advanced his game when it comes to playmaking. Give him a guy who can fucking score. Give him a good center, and that line would be like tops. If they could play better 5-on-5, that line would be tops in the league.
Yeah, I think so.
It would be
I think so. And maybe, maybe that is, like you said, maybe he develops some chemistry with Elias Lindholm and that line turns into something better than it is. I'd like to see a different winger. I guess, other than Geekie or somebody else on that line that can play make and distribute a little bit more, so Pasta doesn't have to drive the line entirely by himself. Like, those guys are both luggage.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Pasta finds them, and then Geekie has an elite shot, so when it gets there, he can score from anywhere, from distance. He's one of the few guys in the league who can score from distance.
Yeah.
He did the other night to win the game. That was from distance. Like, a lot of guys, that puck doesn't go in because they don't have that kind of a shot. But he can't drive a line, and Elias Lindholm certainly can't drive a line. So I would like to see Pastrnak get another guy that has a little bit more ability to drive a line.
Yeah.
And then put him with whoever you want. If it's Geekie, if it's Elias Lindholm, and they get a winger, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Just give me another elite talent on the first line that can make that thing, cook a little bit more, so Pasta doesn't have to do all of it by himself.
I think it would. To me, it would be, and maybe it's just me, it would be better off if they had Geekie on the second line with a viable center.
Yes, I agree.
If they had a pretty good center on the second line with Geekie, I think that spreads the thing out a little bit better, and he can play on his natural side and all that stuff. So you could have two really good right wings.
Yeah.
And then, we have, I think that makes it a little bit better. But, the top line time was very good. I didn't think the second line was all that great tonight. It wasn't much from Arvidsson and Middlestat tonight. Not much from the third and fourth lines. It was just kind of it just seemed like a lot of the chances were caused by the top line. And again, we should have known it was a bad night when Euro back in 9 and does something positive. He puts a puck on net and Kuraly fucking tips it home, which I don't really blame Korpisalo for that. That's a wicked tip from up down tip. The second goal, it just started again with Korpisalo. It gets a little iffy, and then of course this goal here in overtime. I mean, you'd like that not to go in, but it just seemed like they had a couple of chances there in overtime. But typically in overtimes, they possess the puck a lot. They didn't really have it a ton in this overtime, and they had a couple of chances. I mean, Hampus Lindholm has a 2-on-1 one-timer. That's got to be in the net. So they had a couple of chances, but the Rangers, had some possession, and ended up Matthew Robertson gets the goal and kind of walks in, and it was just really disappointing. They gave up a goal with 6 minutes left. Was it goaltender interference? I'm of the vein of call less goaltender interference.
Me too.
Like I'm saying, let that thing go.
Yeah.
Because I hate the whole toenails in there or he brushes by the guy. I don't like it. I'm for more goals. Like glove the thing in, kick the thing in. I don't give a shit. Like I'm for more goals. So
me too.
If it's over the thing, over the head, fine. Don't call that. But some of these, like you should be able to kick the puck in. Like why not? So I'm for more goals. So I'm okay with that non-goal tender interference thing. They try to make something out of it on the TV, but I'm fine with that. I mean, get the guy out of there.
I'm fine with it. I'm with you as far as the goal scoring goes. If you want to say you can't kick it in, but you can high stick it in, like I'd be fine with that. Like if you're able to knock the puck out of the air 2 feet above your head and into the net, like I think that should count.
Okay.
I think it should count.
That's fine too. I mean, if you want it, fine.
Yeah, I think it's a great play if you can do that. So
I think it's fine. I mean, that's fine. And that's fine.
You know what I mean?
That way, I'm thinking more of a dangerous kind of play. Guys are swinging sticks, that type of thing. But
I guess.
But hey, I'm kick it, punch it, whatever.
I mean, if they're gonna let people follow through into other people's mouths and then knock off penalties, then I think people should be able to swing sticks and high stick pucks into the net, knock pucks down with high sticks. Like that should all be allowed. I don't understand why it's not allowed, honestly.
Here's the problem I have with that Zibanejad thing is that gets called all the fucking time.
Well, the problem I have with it was he didn't hit the puck. How is it a follow through if you don't hit the puck? You're just swinging. You're swinging your stick around.
You are. Yeah.
So it's not a follow through if you don't
you didn't hit the puck. Yeah. You just swung your stick, essentially.
Yeah. Everybody swings their sticks all the fucking time. And if you hit somebody in the mouth, it's a penalty.
Should be a penalty. Yeah. So that should have been a penalty. And Brick said it too. It should have been a penalty. And to me, I think they always kind of call that. I don't think they don't let that go often when you hit a guy in the mouth.
Rick was pissed all night long. You could just
you could just tell. Yeah. He was just in one of those ornery moods, you know. And to me, it's kind of funny when Judd's super happy, positive guy all the time. And I feel like what's going to happen more and more often where Brooke is going to be like, shut it down, Judd. You know, I want to die right now. I mean, it wasn't great. Let's see. Let's look at some of these beautiful stats here. For Boston, Geekie had 4 shots, 3 shots missed, 2 hits, 3 giveaways for a forward. Did score a goal. Tanner Jeannot played 9:49. Alex Steves played 11:25. He had a shot on goal because it was a breakaway. He had 2 hits. Lock him up 1.7 for 2 years, though. Ever since then, actually in the last 2 or 3 weeks, he's been playing 11 minutes or less. Pavel Zacha -3. Not great from him tonight. No. The only guy -3. In fact, anybody else there were a couple guys at -1. He was -3.
Yeah, not a good night from Zacha.
Not a good night. I thought McAvoy was okay, get dinged up a little bit. He's playing fine. Hampus Lindholm, I didn't think played great. Apricots. Moisin Lohrei played 14:50. He had an assist. He had a shot on goal, 2 block shots. I actually think Lohrei, the way Lohrei's playing right now is fine with me.
Yes, 100%.
He's playing like 14 minutes a game, and he's not doing these egregious mistakes. He's not trying to do too much. He's offering a little bit of offensive flair here and there. That's it. Like, I'm fine with him right now.
I agree 100%, and I feel like he's been a little bit more assertive in the D zone as well.
Yes, I think so too. And I really think that scrum with Blake Coleman changed it. I do.
I agree. That's the moment that he realized, like, I'm a big kid, and like I can withstand some of this stuff, and it doesn't bother me. I really think that was the moment.
I really think it did. I really do. He headlocked him. He had complete control of that scrum.
Mm-hmm.
And from then on, he's been much better, just body to body. I mean, he's not going to go and just lay wood stuff, but in the scrum kind of things, and the board battles and those types of things, he's more assertive. Unless my eyes are deceiving me.
No, I think he is. He is.
I feel like if he plays like this as a third pair, get him a right pair that means that it's a little nasty.
Yeah.
Then I might move forward with him. I might.
I don't hate it. I don't hate the way he's playing right now. I always said, like, the offense, it isn't enough to overcome the defensive liabilities. Well, if he's cleaning up the defensive liabilities, then you still get a little bit of the offense and you shelter him a little bit. That's the important thing too. You can't all of a sudden fall in love with him and be like, okay, he's playing well. Now let's play him 25 minutes or 22 minutes. That's not going to work.
No.
The more he's out there, the more chance you have of him making a boneheaded play.
Mm-hmm.
So if you limit that thing, you keep him under 17 minutes.
Yeah.
And let him play third pair and let him go against the other team's, second or third lines most times. Then I think you're not in bad shape with him.
No, I don't think so. Face-offs, Elias Lindholm 1-7, lost 9. Pavel Zacha 1-11, lost 9. It was pretty decent. Korpisalo on 8:57 today. So, and the Korpisalo thing, like, look, he's a backup goaltender. Mm-hmm. He was on a heater of 4-0 with a 1.50 or something. Like, that's not going to continue. mean, he's your backup goaltender, and you're going to get a lot more of this than you're going to get the 4-0 thing.
Yeah.
So, was he great? No, but he's your backup goaltender. I have no problem with him playing tonight because the Rangers are terrible at home. You beat them 10-2 the last time. You should win this game, even with Korpisalo in there.
You should have won.
You should have won this game 6-3. Yeah, but you didn't. So you get to overtime, and anything can happen, and anything did. So that's it. Now you can go to Swayman tomorrow night against Nashville at home, and you got 4 more games till the break, and they're all winnable games. They're all games that you should try to get. You should get 7 or 8 points. If you can get 7 or 8 points going forward here, then 6 or 8 points. Then I think you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
Florida's about 5 or 6 points behind you. That's still a team. I still think they're going to make the playoffs, and I still think they'd be my favorite to win the East.
The Barkov loss is big.
It is. It is.
So we'll see. And Bobrovsky hasn't played as well.
You'd have to believe if Barkov doesn't come back that they're getting a guy. I don't know who that guy is. It doesn't talk about Malkin, but he looked a little dinged up the other night. I don't know. I don't know who that would be. I think Malkin would be a great fit there. Similar size guy, like similar style guy. Not quite the defender that Barkov is, but
no.
But yeah, they're going to get somebody, and that's the thing. Like that's what I projected when I said the Bruins wouldn't make the playoffs. Is that teams are going to get guys at the deadline, and I didn't think the Bruins were. So that would be like the end all. Like other teams are going to get a little better. You're not. You're thinking of the future. You're not going to make the playoffs. Right. That could still happen, but the Bruins are starting to kind of cement themselves in there.
They are
5 or 6 points ahead of the team that's out. So, they might be securely in there. So, but this is a big stretch. This next 4 games, like you can't just let up, lose a game tomorrow in Nashville because you're playing back to back. Drop that thing. You can't do that kind of thing. You have to win tomorrow. You have to. You got Tampa Bay and Florida coming up before the break. You gotta get your points. You can't go, lose 4 out of 5 here.
No
momentum going in. So
yeah.
All right, Benders Banter. That is brought to you by Evolve ABA. And it offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs and residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training in collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016 or go to evolveaba.net. Matt Curtis says Geekie heating up again. He is. What is that? 29 goals now.
Yeah.
On pace for Price 40-ish, 40, 42. I don't know. 40. Outside chance of a 40 right here. 40 spot. Yeah. He had that skid, but he's come back now. Scoring in bunches right now.
Streaky.
What's that?
Streaky.
Streaky. He's streaky. He's streaky. He is. But I guess you could say all goal scorers might be streaky. I don't know. But he is streaky. He went a 12-game drought. But he does score them in bunches. So, Cinderbleth, that was a very Bruins-like bad clearing attempt from the Rangers D-man to set up that goal. I don't know. The Rangers, here's the other thing. The Rangers are going through the motions.
Yeah.
They are just going through them. They don't have any desire to make the playoffs. They're not going to. There's going to be wholesale fucking fire sale thing going on. There is. They're going to trade at least 2 of the bigger name players on that team. They know it. Sully knows it. And you don't get the 2
it sounds like there's a little smoke between New York and Carolina with Trocheck going there to be a second line center. And then by all accounts, Panarin's getting traded.
He is. Yeah.
So,
Who were they talking about? They were talking about someone connected to Panarin. It was it Vegas? No, it was. I can't remember who it was, but there was a connection. Maybe it was Carolina too. I don't know, but wasn't Trocheck with Carolina?
He was.
Yeah. But yeah, I think those two guys were gone.
So yeah, I mean they're looking to sell off pieces, and you come in here, with everything to play for, and piss one away in the third period. Like,
it's frustrating. I hope we don't look back on it and say, that fucking 1-pointer in New York.
I mean, and it's like you said, like, you need to see them start doing it on the road, and we said it against good teams. Like, this isn't even a good team. This is a shit team that's going through the motions, and you still can't get a win on the road.
Yeah, you're not great on the road. 11, 12, and 2. You're not great. And I said it before, I really want to see them start stacking some road wins to give me a little more confidence with them. And because that's kind of one of the barometers I use in good teams and good teams and playoff teams and success and all that. You got 3 home games, or you got 2 home games right here with Nashville and Philly, Tuesday and Thursday. Then you got the Stadium Series, and then you got 2 nights off before you meet at Florida. Yeah, before the break. So
what do you got, Connor?
To make that even worse about the Bruins' record on the road, that was the New York Rangers' 6th home win all season long.
All season long. Yeah. All season long. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just disappointing you don't get those 2 points. Dan Maynard Pasta with 3 points already. The dude is a weapon, says Dan Maynard. Yeah, I'd say so. He's elite.
He is elite.
Congrats to Pasta, says Severed Soul. He had 900 points, which is, I mean, Jesus. I'm telling you, you're going to be talking about him as the best forward they ever had.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. He's going to over Neely and Busick. Absolutely. High sticking is not a penalty when a player makes contact with a puck above shoulder height, resulting only in a stoppage of play during a normal shooting.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's a penalty. I'm saying that if someone high sticks a puck above the shoulder during normal play and it goes in the net, that should be a goal.
Yeah, he's.
If I'm of the opinion that it doesn't matter where the puck is. If you can knock the puck down and make a play with it, then that should be considered a good hockey play.
Yeah,
I don't care where the puck is.
Yeah,
I don't care if you jump up in the air and it's 12 feet high and you knock it down. Like, that's a great hand-eye coordination play. It should count. I don't know why that's a rule. It shouldn't be a rule. And if you swing and miss and you hit somebody in the face, it should be a fucking penalty still.
That should be a penalty. Smitty's a big highlight guy.
Yeah.
He just wants you to highlight that thing right into the fucking.
I played lacrosse in high school. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. I'm with you. Count all the goals.
Count them all.
Count them all. Like, count all the goals. I mean, there should be very few that you wave off.
Yeah.
Passing follow through, or if the stick hits an opponent after deflecting off another player's stick or body. Cinderbleb, damn, is the Bruins power play really up to 3rd overall now? Yes, in their first since January 1 or something. There's some
January 1 or 7th or something like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Nash Bruin, massive save by Korpi there. Trade value going up. Yeah, until it doesn't. Sunday night on LFR, Steve Dangle went down the Leafs roster and said which players should be sold or kept. Maddie would be proud of where Steve did the podcast. Get Steve as a guest. We'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to get Steve as a guest. Maybe the next time the Leafs play, get him in that range. The Nicholas, get rid of the Joker. Yoki, total waste of playing time. Yeah, he had to play tonight because of Zadorov being out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what he does. I mean, I like the upgrade there.
Yeah, I mean, we've said that for a long time. He doesn't add anything in particular to the team. He's not overly physical. He's not a great passer. He's not a great skater. He hasn't scored a goal as a Bruin yet. So the offense certainly isn't a thing. So I'm not sure what he actually adds to the team other than being a right shot guy.
No, I don't.
And I would just as soon have, Aspero or even Jordan Harris, who's on a conditioning loan to Providence right now.
Yeah,
I'd rather have one of those guys in there because I think both of them add a little bit more than what Jokiharju does.
Going to be interesting because when Harris comes back and Zadorov is healthy, like, does Joker play?
I don't think he does.
I don't think he does. And
I think Astro has stolen his spot.
2 more years. Okay. But yeah, hey, give everybody multi-year deals. Fuck it, we'll fucking deal with it later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give everybody 3-year deals.
I think we should. I think they should give us a 3-year deal.
Yeah, give the two of them when they're on the downswing, like when they're not playing well, like just surprise the shit out of everybody. You know, Alex Steves plays 9 minutes. Let's give him 2 years at 1.7 a year. Let's do it. You know,
there was talk tonight on X that Alex Steves should start watching some games from the press box.
Yeah, there's a comment in here.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And you just signed him for no apparent reason.
No apparent.
People are trying to convince me that was the right move, savvy move, smart move. Okay, I don't know. Okay, career AHLer who got hot for a hot second. You know, he's got a little John Carter in him. He's got a little Ken Hodge Jr. in him right now. He scored a few goals, and all of a sudden, you know, he's a second coming of Christ.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like I just
think he's a dime a dozen guy. He's a 4-H'er.
I think they just did it too early. Like if you want to wait to the end of the year, and at the end of the year, if he has, 16 goals,
yeah, then bang,
sure, do it. 15 goals, 16 goals, sure.
Yeah.
But if he has 9 goals at the end of the year, you're gonna look dumb on this.
You're gonna look stupid. Yeah, but let's do we're gonna do the Alex Steves update. Alex Steves update. Yeah, I tell you what, that would be a good, like, not even like 10 games before the signing, like from then to the end, and see what that looks like. Oh, I'm interested. Doc Davies says Dangle is fun to watch lose it. And then Victoria says Dangle was scary calm in his most recent. I did see some clips of that. I'll tell you what, he's better to watch than that fucking Hogdale. That fucking guy who screams into his mother's basement, whatever the hell. Oh my God. Like, I don't get the enamel with that guy.
At least I have my own basement that I scream in.
You do. Like, you bought the basement.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those really, in the beginning, it's like, oh my God, this guy's, screaming from he's a passionate fan. But I'm telling you right now, years ago, growing up, like all of us did that.
Yeah.
Like all of us,
sure.
Like tried to do fake play-by-play in the fucking basement. Like we all did it. We all screamed into the mic. And now this guy gets signed to do it. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. Severed Soul, the Rangers got a 3rd-round pick for Carson Soucy. They did. I'm not, like, I'll be honest, I'm not familiar with Carson Soucy. I'm not. But Andrew Peeke, what's he going to get you? 7th rounder in 2038? Like, I don't know. Dan Maynard, need Korpi to keep this up, moving the way he is. Rangers are at the net too much right now. They were a little bit. There was some crowding of the net by the Rangers, which I didn't love. And it also happened against the Canadiens. A little bit rushing to the net. The Bruins are having a hard time handling it. And there's the last couple of games I've noticed more traffic going toward the net.
Yeah, that's one of the instances where they really missed Zadorov.
They did.
He can keep people out of there a little bit, and then Jokiharju is awful at keeping people out of there.
Yeah. Yes.
And Andrew Peeke, you never know what you're going to get from night to night from him. Like, he was trying to keep a guy out of there, but the guy was literally in the crease. Peeke was in the crease, and the puck went in off Peake's, lower back ass area and into the net. So he's not doing a great job keeping people out of there, and he's supposed to be, a defensive defenseman.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's doing at this point in time. I didn't think Peeke had a particularly good night either.
No, I mean, he doesn't have many strong nights lately, but no, he wasn't great. Nash Bruin says, this is what Mr. Manny Barry was talking about last post game. Need to be better on the road. Yes. Yes, they need to be better on the road. And coming out of the break, they don't have difficult road games. They need to win. They need to beat, at Philly, at Nashville, at Pittsburgh, at Washington. Jersey hasn't been playing well. They go to Montreal again, and Detroit, Buffalo, Florida. So toward the end, there's tougher ones, but there's some in there to be had, and you have to win them. Like, you have to win some road games if you want to make the playoffs. So keep an eye on that thing. Like, That might just be like this really good home team that doesn't win enough road games and doesn't make it. Dan managed some really poor giveaways this period. Damn Bruins, we talked about this. Quit messing with my heart, going to give me heartburn, says Victoria. I'll tell you what, part of my health issues are definitely directly related to the Bruins over the years. Absolutely. They've taken a few years off my life. No one will ever really gauge it, but I'm sure it's 6 or 8 years, at least. I really do. Sip of the night. Seagram 7-7, says Nashville. That's a Smitty fave right there.
I love me some 7-7s. Yes, sir.
And after that bullshit, this one would be just a touch stronger.
Attaboy.
Macaulay Martin. I added Korpisalo to my fantasy team for this game, but because naturally he's 4-0 in his last 4, and it's the fucking Rangers, I'll see myself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the jinx. Maybe you jinxed him.
Maybe. What was that? Did they show the percentage of like ownership? It must have been like 1%. You
gotta drop him now. Pick up whoever the starting goalie is that the Bruins face next, and we'll see if the jinx continues.
Pick up Jonathan Quick. He just won a game for the first time since Vietnam, so pick him up. Hockey talk. Just when you think you might be able to trade Korpisalo without attaching 7 first-round picks, you're not going to trade Korpisalo. He's here for the long haul, baby. 2 more years? Yeah. 2 more years? 3 more years? I don't know.
2 more years.
Too many. Zach Case feels like we blew a point tonight. Yeah, it feels it.
It does. Yeah, it feels like it because it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's kind of let them get shots off the last 8 or 9 minutes of the third. They did. The Rangers pushed, which I was surprised at, to be honest with you. But not. I don't think a ton. I think it was just the Bruins just laid an egg and gave up the goal and just didn't finish the job. Like, I didn't feel like the Rangers were like ready to fucking change the world. I just think that the Bruins just mismanaged that thing. Lost. Connor chimes in with a Korpisalo. We got to get that on the thing. Someone get Judge Sherrod's cum sock to wipe up Maddie's tears. Negative Nancy's gonna say we need to shut it all down after the slush. Yeah, sell, baby. Shut it all down. So wave his ass. Shut it all down.
They gotta win some road games.
They have to win road games.
Andrew Pedro. They gotta win some road games.
They do.
Does he get extra credit for creativity on the shit rots part of this?
On the cum sock?
Judge shit rots.
Oh, Judge shit rots. I didn't even see that. Judge shit rots. Yeah. I mean, he does. Brady Whittier. Am I crazy for thinking that Lohrei has actually looked better than Lindholm last week or so? I don't think you're that crazy.
No, you're not.
But Lindholm plays like 24 minutes and Lohrei plays 14. So that's part of it.
Who gives a
lighter load is what we need.
Lindholm also gets a lot of defensive starts.
He does.
Which they don't do for as much for Lohrei.
Yeah. Tonight there was a
Lohrei also doesn't kill penalties either.
No.
Unless he absolutely has to. So there's that piece too. So they're still kind of trying to shelter the guy. So as much as he's looked better, and he has, I don't think you can. I think you have to keep sheltering him in order to have him look as.
I think so too. I think he's a third pair with a little bit of offensive specialty thing. Kind of Grizzly-like, taller and you can debate how skilled this guy was or that guy was, and Grizzly was better defensively, although smaller. But it could be a little more versatile up and down the lineup.
He plays a heavier game.
He played a heavier game than Lohrei.
No, he said who plays a heavier game?
Grizzly. I think, at the time, until now, Grizzly really was good at body position. He was an excellent skater. I mean, as good on his edges as they had.
Mm-hmm.
He knew how to position his body. I mean, he was plus 48 one year. Like, he could play.
The problem with Grzelcyk is when it came playoff time, and you had to go into the corner to get a puck, to retrieve a puck against a giant forechecker coming in on you. Yeah. He would not want to be the first guy into the corner. Like, he would give up the puck to avoid getting hit.
He would. And then try to get it back.
And then try to play body position. Like, and you can't do that. Like, if you're first one back on the puck, you got to take the puck, you got to take a hit to make a play. And like, he would either get injured or shy away from that. And, that's why everybody was all over him, come playoff time, because he would either get hurt or his regular season numbers were really good. And then come playoff time, he would get beat up and turn pucks over or give the puck away in the corners. And, you can't have that. So we'll see with Lohrei, when it matters more.
I mean, you said it before. Like, there's been instances where Lohrei kind of does that. He kind of takes a weird route, we shall say, to the corner, like swatted his stick that one time. He does that. Like,
he does.
He doesn't love to get hit.
No.
That's very true. But third pair right now, he's playing kind of where he needs to play. It's when they bring him up to like the top pair or whatever, like, that's not going to work. Like, if Zadorov's out for a period of time and he's playing more minutes, I'm not in favor. I'm not. It just doesn't work. Let's see. Wouldn't mind Steve's watching a couple games on the ninth floor either. Not going to lie, says Macaulay Martin. Yeah, I mean, again, people want to talk me into the Steve's thing, like this is the market, and Connor has said that, and I get that to a point, but I get that it's the market. But is this guy the market? Like, he's a 4HLer that got hot for a hot second and now has not really done much since. So that means, like, what he's doing right now is dime a dozen material. Like, it's borderline, it's Jeffrey Viel without fights. Like, he's playing 9 minutes and not really doing all that much. So I just don't think that's worth a 2-year commitment at 1 point. I don't care where the cap's going, what it's going.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about, is the guy worth commitment? And I just don't think so.
Right. I agree with you. I think that it's more on the player than, the contract is probably what fourth line guys are going to get. And I understand that too.
Yeah, sure.
But it's the timing of it. Number one, you didn't need to do it now at all. You didn't. And then the other thing is this guy hasn't really established himself yet as an NHL player. Like, he's come up and he's done pretty well to a certain degree, but now, the production's fallen off, and, he's only really been an AHL guy before this. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if he's established yet to be like, oh yeah, we can give this guy's a fourth line guy. We can give him a 2-year commitment. Like, you might be able to use a guy from Providence. Not that they would call a guy up from Providence, but there's probably guys down in Providence that you could get to do the same job with similar production, maybe slightly less, but for a minimum salary, and you save yourself $800,000, and you don't have to give him 2 years. What do you got, Connor?
Just to make things official here, the Islanders and the Rangers lock things up and send Carson Soucy for a 2026 third-round pick. Worth noting, he has a cap hit of $3.25 million.
Do you know what is left on his deal?
Just this season, from what I see.
Okay, so is that a UFA?
Yeah, he's a rental. So Andrew Peeke with time left with a less.
He's a UFA too.
Yeah. No, but I mean with less money on his contract.
Less money, yeah. So like $500,000 less. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. $500,000 less.
Something like that.
He's $275.
Peeke is $500,000 less. He has one more point overall. Peeke plays an extra couple minutes per night on average. The biggest difference is Peeke is a -12 and Carson Soucy's +4.
And they're both 26?
Does Carson Soucy kill penalties? Do we know this?
I'm not sure on Carson Soucy killing penalties, and I can give you the age difference here in a second.
Okay. Yeah,
You have to think Peeke is probably right around that range then.
probably right around a third-round pick. Yeah, which I would call whoever right now.
Yeah.
If Jordan Harris comes back, I call it right
Soucy
now.
is 31. Peeke is 27.
Jesus Christ. Peeke is 26?
27.
27.
That's 4 years younger. Yeah.
So that's
Easily get a third-round pick.
yeah, maybe even a second to somebody that's desperate.
Somebody. Right shot D, yeah.
Right shot Ds are valuable. Is
Sure.
Soucy a right shot D or a left shot? Do we know this?
I don't know.
Find out. But
Yeah,
a right shot D, 27 years old. Maybe you do. Maybe you can squeeze a second out of somebody.
maybe you can, or maybe a second in
Soucy
2026.
shoots left.
Yeah, so he's a left shot.
There you go. Yeah, second-round pick, baby.
Pete might be a little more valuable. Who would have
Yeah,
thought?
and you know what? Pair one of your fourths and get the second.
There you go.
Right, Connor?
Yeah.
Maybe get a second,
Allegedly.
not a third.
Allegedly. Yeah. I mean, you got three fourth-round picks. So yeah, if you were going to get a third, throw your fourth in with it and see if you can get a second.
Yeah, I'm with you. Cat, first time I ever used prize picks. Choose a super easy play, and none of them happened. 2 shots on goal shouldn't be that hard, Arvidsson. Jesus. That's if the kids can't have fucking school lunch tomorrow, that's shameful. You know, I would send Viktor Arvidsson a little note. Twine Tickler. The Soucy trade seems like a good comparable for Peeke. 8 points in 46 games, 17 minutes average ice time, and is apparently a turnover machine. Yeah, and if Peake's killing penalties, that's another added value. I'm with you. Like, try it. Just wait for the deadline. If Soucy is getting a third and Marcus Pettersson can get Pittsburgh a first from Vancouver, yeah, I mean, Peeke can get a second. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Let's see. Yeah, right. Is Steve's better than Tufty? Does Sweeney like Steve's because he likes to steal players from Toronto? Jerry Jingle. So, Jerry, here's a good point. Is this like, I found a guy and he played pretty well. We're going to lock him up because I'm the smartest guy in the room. And this guy we found it out. We taught him how to play. We found a guy. Maybe that's it.
It feels a little bit that way.
It doesn't feel that way. Like we found this guy as part of, I got this guy. He's our guy. Well, great, Donnie.
Now he is your guy for 2 more years.
He is playing 9 to 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not doing much of anything, skating around. That's a tough sell. Let's see. 3 up, 3 down.
All right.
Up. Geeks, number 3. His 29th goal. Number 2, Elias Lindholm had 2 goals. He has 11 goals, 37 points now, I think it is. And then Pasta, 3 assists in his 900th point of his career. Tremendous Hall of Fame career we're watching here with Pastrnak. And I'm not sure we're going to it's going to be a shame if they don't win the cup and he becomes like the all-time, like he becomes like the best forward ever to play for them.
Yeah.
And he doesn't win the cup.
Yeah.
That's going to be really shameful.
Yeah, it will be. Too bad. Like Neely.
Yeah, like Neely.
Yeah. All right, 3 down. Number 3, Hampus Lindholm. We already talked about him a little bit. Didn't think he had a great night. It was a -1. Kind of up and down. Had a chance there in overtime to bury potential game winner, missed. So, Hampus Lindholm, number 3. Pavel Zacha, number 2. Talked about him a little earlier. Didn't have a great night at all, -3. Everybody else, -1 or better. Zacha had a rough night. That whole second line had a rough night. And then number 1, the third period, you can't give up the lead on the road against the Rangers team that seemed disinterested most of the game. And
no, you got to win that one.
Is going to be selling off, pieces in a chop shop.
Right.
It's a game that they really need to win, and it's disappointing they didn't get it up end up with the 2 points. So the third period to me was let down and the number one down.
Yes, Bruins 1970, Barry Peterson for Cam Neely, Vancouver Canucks. So he did not, you're right, he did not spend his whole career with Boston, but he also didn't win a cup ever. And Pastrnak, I don't know if Pastrnak will spend his whole career in Boston.
No.
We thought Marchand would. We thought Ray Bourque would. Maybe he won't either. Prediction, says Jerry Jingle, Fort Lauderdale Panthers get Robert Thomas for a second-round pick, conditional to first round if they win the Stanley Cup. Yeah, that's going to have to be a haul for Mr. Thomas, I think. We are going just to the one game at Tampa and staying till Tuesday. The Bruins play Florida on Wednesday, the 4th.
They do.
We're staying in Tampa till Tuesday. So we're going to and I guess it's going to be 45 degrees or
45 degrees
Sunday in Tampa.
Yeah.
Which is great for hockey, but Jesus, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
It's 82 today or 81 yesterday or something.
Yeah.
45 degrees.
45. Bettman made a deal with the devil to lower the temperature.
He
so
did.
Good.
The day I'm leaving, it's going to be like 65.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a cold blast, like colder than usual. Connor, go ahead.
Gary Bettman receives cold weather in Tampa Bay for the Stadium Series. The Devil receives a 0.3% increase on the speed of Gary Bettman shakes.
Yeah, there you go. All right, look ahead. January 27th, tomorrow night, Nashville Predators. Predators have been playing better. Last time I looked, they were playing better. Ryan O'Reilly in the trade rumors, David Stamkos in the trade rumors, Jonathan Marchand, Evan Evangelista, Roman Josi still on that club. Decently talented, some over the hill. Decently talented. Saros probably in net. What do you got?
O'Reilly, Stamkos, and Marchand all kill the Bruins.
They do.
So I'm going 4-2 Preds.
4-2 Preds.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to go a really frustrating 2-1 loss. Like, can't fucking bury chances. And here's another thing. The penalties rear their ugly head again tonight. Like, Bruins take a couple penalties. O'Reilly scores. Fucking Marchand scores. You lose 2-1. And it's, like, frustrating. You get 1 point out of these two games against these shitbag teams.
Mm-hmm.
And now you got to play I don't know who they play in between. But you play the next team, and then you play was it Philly? Philly, maybe? I think it's Philly at home. And then you play the two Florida teams.
Yeah.
And you kind of like, you're not in a good space. I don't know.
The potential to lose both those in Florida and end on kind of a sour note there. So it'd be nice to see them at least pick one of those games up. Bruins 1970 is asking me how the Storm yesterday was. It sucked. It sucked. I was outside today for fucking 3.5 hours, snow blowing my driveway and helping.
Do you have a snowblower?
I have a snowblower that's broken. The handle that causes the auger to actually turn is broken off and drags on the ground. So I have to pull the wire by hand instead of just squeezing the handle. My arm, I'm going to be sore for like a week and a half. Yeah, it's miserable.
How much is that snowblower?
It was, I bought it 15 years ago or something like that. It was probably like $900 or something like that.
Tell you what, go get another fucking snowblower.
Yeah.
Put it on layaway. Never pay it back. Who gives a fuck? But just get the snowblower.
I just want to move. I want to move somewhere warm instead.
Well, or that.
Like,
pay like $3 a month and just.
I want to throw my snowblower in the middle of the street and let people drive over it. Like I hate I hate the snow now. It looks nice. It does. It's peaceful looking. It's majestic. All that shit. It's nice. We lost power today for a bit.
Why don't you get a guy?
We don't. I don't know how you would plow our driveway. Honestly, like with the cars are in the driveway. How do you do it? Like, you can plow the end, but what about the rest? Like,
you gotta get the cars out.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's happening. So
then you're gonna have a big snowbank actually by your door.
Yeah, so I feel like
that's true.
You have to do the snow blowing thing, but it's fucking miserable. And I was helping my neighbors too, because I see my neighbor across the streets out there with his wife, and they're both shoveling. So I go over and help them fucking clear the end of their driveway. My other neighbor next door is out there shoveling by himself. She's got snow piles over his fucking head. And he's out there by himself with a single shovel. So I help him clear the end of his driveway. So I was out there for fucking all morning long. And I just wanted to come home and take a nap and then watch the Bruins win. But they fucked me.
Oh, my God. Today wasn't a good day. Today wasn't a good day. Can you imagine if the football game was yesterday in Gillette? That would have been like,
oh my God,
that would have been even worse than they had. That would have been, they wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to see, but the wind wasn't nearly as bad as it was in Denver. Like the wind there with the whipping around and swirling and all that shit. Like it was nasty.
Yeah. It was, and we're gonna get I guess we're getting another something this weekend.
Yeah.
I hope I get out. I hope I get out of here before. I don't know. It's
my wife's going to be thrilled when I leave, and then she's stuck.
Oh yeah, she's going to get another.
It happened last time we went to Florida.
That's
too.
Right.
She had a big storm, and
we were down in 75-degree heat. Yeah. She was shoveling. Yeah, she enjoyed that.
Yeah, especially because she's working 6 days a week this time of year.
Yeah, it's tax season.
Yeah, she's real excited about.
She loved it
about me leaving.
Yeah,
during the middle.
It's all about give and take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shovels work too, says James.
Yeah, shovels suck, and snow blowers suck. It all sucks.
I'll tell you what. Up here in Maine, it was light and fluffy snow. It was a foot, but it was light. You know, but it also blows around and it gets in your face.
We had about 15-ish and 15, 16 inches, something like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't light. It wasn't light and fluffy. It was a little heavier.
It was light and fluffy because it's like 8 degrees.
Yeah, it was like changed to sleet or something a little bit at the end.
Stop it.
Yeah. Terrible.
I think it all sucks, to be honest.
I do. It does. It does all suck.
It does suck.
Move to Tampa Bay full time is what I'd like to do.
Go ahead. I'll come visit.
Yeah.
For like months at a time.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather Philip Forsberg, Ryan O'Reilly, Roman Josi, and Saros?
Yeah, that's I mean,
I'm gonna go Bruins just because some of the guys are a little younger.
Yeah.
You know? I love Forsberg. I've always loved Forsberg.
Me too.
I love the guy. I wish the Bruins would get him. I think he isn't talked about enough. I like the guy. I think the guy's a good player. I'd take him. Josi obviously has had a time there where he was like really great.
Yeah. And you take Swayman over Saros, McAvoy over Josi at this moment in time, I'd say.
Yeah, and then Pastrnak over everything they have. So
yeah,
but I do. If I could cherry pick Forsberg, I'd take him.
I would.
Do you think? I mean, probably won't happen, but do you think that they would consider trying to get like a Ryan O'Reilly, the Bruins, for the show?
Yes. If the price was right, I don't think, but I don't think. Is he a free agent? Is he a UFA?
He is. He's 34. I think he might be.
Yeah. So I don't want to do the rental thing, but I think they would. I think they would consider it if the price was right. He has 50 points. He has 50 points. Ryan O'Reilly.
Yes, Marchand had a shit year. He's got like
to clean this up real quick. He's got one more year remaining. His cap hit is $4.5 million. He's played in 51 games this season, 18 goals, 32 assists, +5, and he's averaging 20 minutes time on ice. Now, one thing I will say is that the national reporters over the last couple months have said that if O'Reilly is going to be traded, Nashville will be a seller. He does not have trade protection, but Barry Trotz will treat him as if he does. So it will have to be a place that he wants to go to.
You think he would want to go to Boston?
No.
I don't think so either.
No. That rules out the Bruins. I think the Bruins only could have gotten him if the no trade thing worked.
I mean, you think he would want to play with Pastrnak?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be enticing, but that's the only thing. Like, I think he would want to, if he's going to go somewhere else, I think he would want to win a cup, and that's not here.
The great thing about his contract and stuff is that you could use him for this year, but then trade him in the offseason.
Yeah,
at $4.5 million. Like, you could use him as kind of a rental, but still get some value in return coming back again. Like,
that case says he will go to Colorado or Mini, and I could see either of those teams.
I think Mini would be great. I think it would be great for Mini. I think it would. Yeah, I'd enjoy that. Go ahead, Connor.
Do you think Don Sweeney has any kind of, swing for a trade like he did during the Orlov and Bertuzzi year, where he went out and he got Orlov first, and then Bertuzzi had trade protection and a little time left on the contract, and he went and got Bertuzzi, in the final seconds there.
Yeah,
at the deadline.
I don't know if he's going to do that, just because I don't think he believes in this team as well as he did the last one. Like, he was trying to get another cup. And what he gave up for Bertuzzi was quite a bit.
You could do that same deadline right now and really affect nothing off of, your actual draft assets that your team naturally.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I think I would really consider asking about Tyler Bertuzzi and seeing if he'd come back. I would. If you were trying to make the playoffs, which, you can debate whether or not they should or shouldn't. But if you think you can make the playoffs and you need, and Tyler Bertuzzi has 24 goals, had a good year. He was a good fit here last time. Maybe you call on it. He's got maybe 2 more years at $6 million or so. 2 more years at $6 million, which isn't terrible.
No.
I mean, I've always liked Tyler Bertuzzi. Yes, Bruins 1970. I do. I like the guy. He's a little edgy. He's got some flair. He's a great playmaker. He can score goals. I think he's the type of guy who rises to the occasion when the lights are on, type of thing. Like, he's got that cachet, I think. And he's not a huge commitment if you take him back for 2 more years left at $6 million. I kind of like the guy. Now, is he a defensive stalwart? No, he's not defensively very good at all. But Jesus, you put him on with Pastrnak again, and and then you kick Geekie down the second line or whatever. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guy that would fit what we want to do. You get a guy with a little bit of term that you can afford to.
On the wing, left wing.
Yeah,
you need a left wing. I would consider it.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about taking a left wing in the draft. I mean, there's a left wing that scores 24 goals in the National Hockey League, and it's got term left. That's not a bad place to look, and he's still relatively young.
Yeah, I mean, I look. I'm still on the let's get younger and better, and let's get younger and not sell the farm and all that stuff. But if they wanted him off the books, and they wanted a young guy, because they're a younger team.
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted a young guy, maybe they want Mason Lohrei. They could be completely defensively challenged and just fucking lose 8-7. Maybe. But I've always liked Bertuzzi, so I'm kind of biased with it. And I know his deficiencies and all that, but he's had a good year. And I think you make the call if you really want to. Because I think that's not like, I don't think it's going to hamstring you. I don't think that takes you off a path that you need to be on. And I also think, like you said, he has 2 more years on left wing. He adds. I mean, he adds to what. I mean, he's better than Arvidsson. He's better than Middlestat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So he's a sneaky little move to make you a little bit better for the next year or 2. Go ahead, Connor.
So he makes slightly less than $6 million. He has the same contract as Morgan Geekie, and he's got 2 more years after this season.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
That's not bad at all. It isn't. What's not bad at all, too, is this great crowd we have here. This audience. Bruins lose 4-3 in overtime tonight to the New York Rangers, the Rags, if you will. Their 6th home win of the year. You are now under 500 on the road. But still in a playoff spot, baby. Tomorrow night we get right back after it after the Nashville Predators come to town. Another non-playoff team. Hopefully get 2 points there. Get some merch at the Bruins Benders merch shop. Brand new merch there with that QR code at InsideTheRink.com. And we will be back at it tomorrow night. We'll have an agenda, too, from Tampa, what we're going to do very shortly, we promise. Until tomorrow night, as always, go Bruins.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.